Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and today I have a 4 looks with the Hela palette by Oden's and Angelica. And I'm really excited to bring this one to you today. I've got this palette when it launched. It is currently out of stock on the Oden's website, but it is restocking for the second and probably final time on March 22nd. So hopefully I'll have this all put together. I'm doing this a little bit differently this time. So let me go ahead and show you the palette if you haven't seen it. I'm sure you have already, but it looks like this. It is just so beautiful. And I keep the plastic on to kind of keep bits from going everywhere. But this is what the palette looks like. And you're going to be seeing it again in just a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have already done a few looks. There is one reel up on my Instagram at tiffany.hamblin. I'll have it linked, my name here, as well as I'll have a link to it in the comment section. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one a little bit differently. I'm going to go ahead and start by applying some of these really beautiful shadows onto my eyes, and I'll talk about the upcoming segments here with this palette. So let's go ahead and get started. I've primed my eyes using my Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and we are kind of in the middle of a false spring here, and so I think I haven't used some of these more pastel shades yet. This bright yellow, this cream, this yellow, I haven't used that one a lot. So I think I'm going to go in with those things and maybe do a little bit of a liner look. And I'll go ahead and get started on this while I talk a little bit about the palette and let you know what my thoughts are so far. So I'm going to go ahead and usually when I do a yellow eye look, I just tend to do a one and done all over lid color. But I think I want to do something similar to a look I created last year that I really loved using the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. So I'm taking the shade Hela on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start on the inner corner here. And it's just, today is so nice. The weather's beautiful. I should be out in the garden doing gardening work, but I just, didn't feel like it. So as you can see, this color is very intense. A little bit goes a long way. I am not a brush tapper. I am very light-handed when it comes to reaching into my eyeshadows, and yeah, so you won't hear a whole lot of clicks and stuff with tapping off eyeshadow. I like that so far. I just am kind of inspired by the warm weather today to do a really soft pastel look, and I've just been in a pastel kind of mood lately. So that's where we're going here, and I really like this. Next, I'm going to take the shade Rebirth on this same brush. It is a very light cream yellow, and I'm going to put this out here. That way it doesn't blend into a muddy mess with the Hela shade. And again, I'm just trying to keep it a little bit light and spring-like, and doing a little bit of a reverse. Normally I put my deeper colors on the outside for some depth, but I just kind of want to do things a little differently today. It's blending nicely and not getting any muddiness. It does look a little bit chalky, but I think that might be my primer or my eyelids. It's very dry here despite our false spring. Okay, I really like this, how this is blended out. I just kind of went back and forth with the pink and the yellow all on the same brush. You can see I did one side and I'd blend the pink and go the other side and blend the yellow, and it kind of created a little bit of an orange blend up here. But look, it's not a muddy mess in the middle. It blends beautifully. Yeah, I really like this. I think this is nice and soft and pretty and simple. Just a little bit of back and forth blending. I do need to buff this out just a little bit more here, but I'm really happy with this. It doesn't look like it's too much. It's a very pretty, easy 2-color look for spring. I think I'm done. I think I'm really happy with just this really short, simple, quick kind of a look. The looks that I have coming up they're shorter clips because I tried to make them like reels style in time, but I chopped out a lot of blending to make it look, just to kind of show you what I used and where I put the stuff, and you're going to see in just a minute. But let me finish this eye look. I think I'm just going to put on a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, and then we'll do something with the lower lash line in just a moment. Okay, and just for a little bit of contrast, I did use this ColourPop cream gel liner in Crossed. I want to say it's crossed. I don't think it's cursed. I think it's crossed. Anyway, for the inner waterline here, and I'm going to take a little smudge brush and use the shade Complete just on this outside here to wrap the eyeliner together and around so it doesn't look quite so messy here. Lastly, I'm just going to take this little tiny pencil brush and I'm going to reach into the shade Hellfire and put a little bit of that on the inner corner here on top. And using the same brush, it's just the subtlest bit of sparkle. I'm going to take double-sided on the same brush and bring it underneath here to kind of brighten this up just a little bit. And this is more of a topper shade, so it's very subtle, which is fine. And here's the finished look. I am kind of waffling back and forth on my choice of eyeliner here. I probably should have just done a nude beige colored eyeliner, but we're already here, and I don't dislike it. I feel like it brightens up the eye area a lot. And yeah, this is the final look. Just that little bit of sparkle in the inner corner is just enough for me. And yeah, I like that I could extend a little bit of that black to kind of create that really cool shape on the eyeliner there. And I really have had a lot of fun playing with this eyeshadow palette. So if you'd like to see some more looks, just keep watching and stick around with me until the end to hear my final thoughts on this palette. It is the next day and I was going over my footage and realized that I left out some important information and did not have all of my thoughts cohesively put together. And so let's just go ahead and redo this. This look is also using my Hela palette, and the tutorial for this one is also over on my Instagram reels with that green look that I did. So both of those can be found at tiffany.hamblin and linked below in the comments. So this palette I really, really enjoyed. I thought that every look that I created was really easy to do. I thought that the mattes blended beautifully. I thought that the shimmers were just gorgeous. These duochrome shades were super pretty, though I do feel like they did require a little bit of either a tackier base or a spritzed brush to really stand out and adhere. So I recommend using those ones with a tacky, either a stickier base like the NYX glitter glue, or using your setting spray or water to use those with a brush or fingertip. I really enjoyed all of the looks that I created with this one. I thought that I got a good variety of looks, from super soft and whimsical to really fun and graphic, like this look here. And yeah, I know my eyes are like two different shapes, and so they look a little bit like, this one looks a little bit squished over on this side, but I mean, I'm a human, I've got two different eyes. Anyway, I also noticed that on the on this shade here, Soot, sometimes it didn't want to stick to a certain spot on my eye, but I find that it's not a this shadow, it's a my eye kind of thing. I have a couple of creases in my eyes. I am 36, so I have some problem spots that shadows don't want to stick to a couple of places. And again, I think that's a me thing and not a shadow thing. There was also, in the pink and black liner look that I did, there was a place where they didn't blend very well. But again, I think that was me just being lazy and not blending those, not taking the time to blend those out. From afar, it looks really good. And up close, it was a little bit messy. But again, I think that's a me thing and not a eyeshadow palette thing. I think this is the best formula that I have tried from Oden's Eye. I did not buy any of the the cat collection. I didn't buy any of the 3 other diverse palettes. I have the Sol Moon and I have the Alva or Alva 2, and I think that this formula is much, much better, and I really hope that they keep this formula going forward because it is beautiful, easy to work with, super great, and yeah, I really like this. This palette restocks again on March 22nd for the second and final restock, and it will retail for $43.90. Shipping is $8 for the 8 to 20 day time. I got mine in less than 2 weeks, and then I think it's $10 for express shipping. Yeah, so that's everything. I also think that if you liked this color story but aren't sure about purchasing from a brand you've never purchased from before, or maybe you're a little more budget conscious, which is understandable, and want to have something that's kind of like this but not quite, the BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes Avocado Toast palette reminds me of this. I don't think that one has a bright hot pink in it, but the overall greens, browns, earthy aesthetic is very, very similar to this. I don't own that palette, but when I saw this one, it did remind me of that. So if you can still get a hold of it at Ulta, you might want to consider checking that one out if you don't want to spend as much and also want a good quality green, earthy, grungy eyeshadow palette. I think that one might be up your alley as well. If you do get this palette, I really think that you're going to have a lot of fun with it, just as I have. So let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you plan on getting this palette, or if you're going to pass, that's cool too. Let me know which of these looks was your favorite. Also, let me know if you liked this style of tutorial from me, if you like the shorter Reels TikTok time tutorial, or if you like the long form, me explaining what I'm doing, where I'm placing everything, tools I'm using. Let me know which one you find most helpful, what that would be helpful for me going forward creating my next tutorial videos. So Thank you so much for spending your very valuable time with me today. I truly appreciate it as always. If you'd like to follow me for more content, you can follow me over on Instagram at tiffany.hamblin, where I post daily makeup, nails, my tea subscriptions, sometimes the cat, or over on TikTok for my Aerial Silks Journey required influencer posts and exploding fruit and other randomness. Both are at tiffany.hamblin. So, yeah, thank you again and be safe out there. And until next time, take care.